So is your email written at the appropriate readability score for the target audience? It's really easy to find out. Here's a free tool online called read-able.com. Let's test a couple of emails and see how they're doing. We'll start with this one. It's from the Michigan United Conservation Clubs, and it's a press release. Newspapers are generally written between the 40 and the 50 level, so a press release ought to be written at about the same score. How about this one? I'll just copy a passage of text here, and I'll go over to the Readable tool, and I'll choose Test by Direct Input. I'll paste in my paragraph and click Calculate Readability. And the score comes out at a readability score of 4.5. Folks, that's really hard to read. I would encourage the organization that wrote that press release to go back to the drawing board and focus on breaking those long sentences into shorter sentences, replacing the passive voice with active voice, and replacing some of those long words with short words. Nobody wants to read a piece at that readability score. Now, here's an email from the Berkshire Environmental Action Team. Let's take a look at the first paragraph here. I'm going to copy that language. I'm going to go over to the Readable test tool and test by direct input. Let's replace that old text and let's test it again. Here we come out with a reading ease score of 39.3. Now that's a pretty good level for conservation professionals, but when you're writing for a general public type of audience, that's still too hard to read. Finally, let's go over here to the Friends of the Caw in Kansas. Have you seen the latest issue of Kansas Magazine? Let's test this paragraph right here. I'm going to copy the text. I'm going to go back to Test by Direct Input. I'm going to replace that stuff from the Berkshire Action Team. And I'm going to click Calculate Readability. And what do I got? I got a readability score of 60. Now that's a pretty easy piece to read, even for the general public.